Well, game 12 in the conference race, and we get a chance to play against Ole Miss, a team that we played early in the year. They came in, and as I always say, when you're playing in the conference race and in the family, they stole one, and they shot lights out. It was a kind of an unusual game because we played with two officials. But they shot the ball well, and they did a great job of coming in and getting control of the game. So now we get a chance to go to their place, and it's a big game. I understand it's sold out, so it should be a great atmosphere. And like I said, it's game 12 on the schedule in conference play. So after this week here, there's 3 weeks left. So it's getting that time of the year where games continue to get bigger.
Seems like every go ahead, pushed your defense, that was kind of the turning point where it made the defense realize that maybe you all got to play better.
Well, I always thought we could score, and I thought in that particular game we were just trying to score. I think it was at that game, I made the decision. Hey, there's got to be some accountability in terms of guys going to play. We got to play defense, and so we kind of pulled it back. Not necessarily pulled it back a little bit, but we really kind of zeroed in on fixing our defense, and our guys have done a good job up until this point, and we still can get better at it. I think we got to get better at it. That means, cutting dribble penetration, protecting the rim, contesting every shot, rebounding the basketball. I think those are the things that we really concentrate on. Nothing easy for the opponents. Things break down on defense. We talked about the rotation and fixing things, and we've done a good job of that, and we got to continue to get better at it.
Seems like every game since then has been a little bit better. Alabama was better, Tennessee was better in Alabama, so on and so forth. Does that make you feel positive on keep that trend going over the final 7 or whatever?
Well, yeah, I said it. I think I may have said it a month ago. I said this team won't be the same in February. Well, I continue to say it as we move toward March. You're going to still see a lot of things start coming together. It's kind of like you're putting a puzzle together, and so all of a sudden now some of those parts are starting to fit, and that's what we're starting to see. We're starting to see, let's say, a guy like Anton Beard. We're seeing him impact this team. We're seeing Alandis Harris a lot more comfortable now. We're starting to see the Kai Madden that we saw last year starting to play, and of course Bobby has played at a high level. Mike has played well. So we're seeing more guys that are really contributing to this basketball team, making it an even deeper team. Anton Beard, Anton Bell. We see the things he's capable of doing, and if we can get that productivity night in and night out where he can make some shots, it makes us a dangerous team. Ja'Cory Williams, I think Ja'Cory's had a very good year considering what took place for him last year, and he's been impactful with this basketball team. Jabril Durham, the other night, I thought that's the most comfortable he's looked in a long time, and I'll tell you what, that's going to be big, especially this time of year, because it's going to be about energy. The teams that have the most energy and on defense and on offense, and so we want it to be a double-edged sword where we're going to attack you defensively and offensively and make the physical conditioning a big part of what takes place in games.
It wasn't for Keaton Miles as far as just for the team in general.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, Keaton is a testimony of guys just staying ready. Because you never know when your number is going to be called. He's battled some injuries in practice, but he had an opportunity to go out and play, and that's going to parlay into some more playing time for him. Because I thought he came out and did a tremendous job for us defensively. Had a nice dunk in the game, just mixing it up, and so he had an opportunity to go out there with guys in foul trouble. We had like 3 of our forwards, I think all of them had 2 fouls, so he had to play. And so it was good to see him ready when his number was called. Injury and just it's competing. I mean, you got to compete. I mean, it's not given. You got to compete.
Mike Paul says he's about 75%, which 75 looked pretty good the other night. How do you think he's been dealing, playing not at 100%? It looks like he's kind of got the groove back.
That's a testimony, Mike. I think he's playing with a lot of toughness, playing with a lot of heart. I mean, he's playing with some pain, and so that means you got to not necessarily adjust your game, but you got to do some other things, and I think that's what he's doing. We saw him attack the basket, get to the free throw lines a lot more, not necessarily just settling on jump shots, just trying to get in transition, and hopefully he can continue to heal up and get even better. So, but I think the one thing he brings is he bring you an edge out on the floor. You got to have some toughness. You got to have that edge, and I think he brings that. He's kind of like that emotional leader for our basketball team.
And he said the coaches had figured out he was shooting kind of flat. You guys kind of talking about that.
Well, just again, you know, when you get hurt, and not only that, when you start playing on your mind, you know, you just got to get in the gym and work on it. So he's got in there with some of the coaches and worked on it to where it feels comfortable.
Coach, I know you talked about next game on schedule, one game at a time, but this Ole Miss game could be pretty important. Another road win, possibly good seeding in the tournament. How important do you feel this game is for you guys?
I just keep saying every game's a big game, and this one here got bigger. Why? First of all, they came in and beat us here, so obviously you want to go on the road and steal a game. But I think we want to play. We want to continue to play good basketball, and I think that's the big. What you want to have right now is you want to have a team that's trending up and playing good basketball. You know, we talk about our defense. We feel we're playing a lot better brand of defense than we did the last time we played them. So to me, it's another test to find out where we really are. You know, offensively, I think we can, when we move the ball and share the basketball and execute, good things happen offensively. And that offense sometimes can trigger your defense. But I want our defense to be the constant that's going to be there. But as we continue in the season, like I said, we're still in the race. You know, one thing about Kentucky, of course, they're playing outstanding basketball right now. But you still got a bunch of teams now that's just trying to put themselves in the position to hopefully continue to play basketball beyond the conference race.
Ole Miss was awful balanced when they played last time. It's not how you approach something like that. Maybe that matters one or two guys.
Well, I think their key guys obviously going to be Summers and Moody. I think that's their key guys. And I think because of those key guys, a lot of guys sometimes have big games, and we can't afford to let those guys have big games. And one in particular, I think the Coley kid, he ended up having a double-double on us, and we can't allow that. You know, I think Snoop White, you know, he had a pretty decent game, and the CS kid, I think he had a pretty good game. So we got to neutralize some of those guys and not let them have. You know, they shot almost 70-some% in the first half. That's now part of that's them, but part of that's us as well. So we've got to do a much better job than that. You know, they had seemed like they just had a dunk-a-thon on us, and so that's to do that here in Bud Walton Arena. That didn't sit well with our guys. So hopefully our guys will be ready to play.
Going to be Arkansas's last time playing at Coliseum. Do you have any thoughts or particular memories of that place?
Well, I'm sure they're looking forward to having a new facility. I think, you know, it's the TAD pad has been around for quite a while. You know, it was when I was here before they were playing in it, and of course people have gotten, you know, new facilities and updated. So I know Andy is excited about it. So it's their home for right now, but I'm sure they're looking forward to a new facility.
Do you remember when the lights went out a couple of years?
Oh, absolutely. It was a game that was going back and forth, and I thought we had some momentum, and it shut down for almost like 20, 25 minutes. And, you know, so the rest occurred. They got some rest, and it just seemed like we just got out of sync, and they came back and they ended up beating us. So, but yeah, I remember that. I remember that like it was yesterday.
What's the impression Andy is going to miss that arena much?
You have to ask Andy that.
Question.
Well, I'm actually, is that a serious question then?
Yeah, you guys obviously played Tuesday, they played Thursday. Do you see that as much of an advantage? You got a little extra?
I don't think so. I mean, we've had the same schedule, so guys like to play games, and I'm sure that, you know, right now they got Florida on their mind, and of course we get a chance to. We took off yesterday, and we'll practice today and tomorrow, and head over to Oxford and play against a team that's playing well. They've won 5 in a row, I think, up until this point. So they're playing good basketball right now, and they got seniors. They got senior leadership on that basketball team. So it's going to be a great challenge for us, but I think it's going to be a great opportunity to see exactly where we are when we talk about 3 weeks out before we finish this conference race. So it's a good test for us.